You're listening to Hotep Ish with your host, Dewan B. Intelligent Ish Talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
Over here sharing my Twitter right now, and that's what y'all need to be doing. Welcome, 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 welcome. We here. I'm here. Talking shit. I'm about to share this on my Instagram, so that's what I need y'all to do. I posted it. I posted it to Twitter so that I can get the picture. And now I'm about to take the picture and use that. Let me say that to photos. And then I'm gonna take the picture. This is what y'all gotta do. Let me turn this down. This is what y'all gotta do. Y'all gotta take the picture and then go to your Instagram stories and then post the picture in your story. And then from there, you hit that link button where it say link, and then you paste the link to today's show in there, and then type live now on YouTube. YouTube, let me make sure I spell right. You do some shit like that. You do some shit like this, or some variation of it. And then you can choose to add music. And so I'm going to choose to add Hulk Hogan's theme song. Real American. I'm at that. Got the Hulk Hogan theme song playing. When it comes pressing down and it hurts inside. Down, 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 down. When you gotta take a stand, it don't hurt to fight. Down, 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 down. So we gonna talk about this scumbag Vince McMahon. Dickhead. He's been a career-long terrorist. You know, I used to be a big wrestling fan when I was a kid. You know, it was cool. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. Jake the Snake Roberts, that was my shit. Demolition. And then later on, then I stopped watching in the mid-90s. In the early 90s, and I got back on it in the mid to late 90s when The Rock and Stone Cold came. That made me start watching it again. But Vince McMahon has been a lifelong degenerate, even back then. And like I told y'all before, it is an 8 of Hearts year. This is the time of revelation. This is the time of shit coming to the front. Have I not been saying this is the year, the age of exposure? Have I not been saying that? Holla if you hear me. And I must say what's up to the chat room. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for joining the chat room. Thank y'all for joining. Yeah. I watched the Attitude Era, like the Stone Cold and The Rock. That was some of the funniest TV. Some of the hardest laughs I had in my life was the Rock versus the Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon rivalry, The Rock versus everybody. You want to see some funny ass one take comedy? Go back and watch wrestling from back in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was my shit. What's up, Hood News? Yeah, been on point with the reading. Look, I'm going to keep bringing it back to these readings, y'all. People be like, I want to thank my chat room and the people who follow me for rolling with me through my readings. I knew when I first started doing readings, that threw a lot of y'all off. Like, how do I talking all this shit about Black history and all this stuff and you doing readings? But y'all stuck with me. And so we're going to keep bringing it back up. 8 of Hearts year. What did I say specifically? I didn't say people are going to get exposed across the board. But in the readings, we said specifically the people that we love. The people that we actually cool with are going to be exposed. See, Vince McMahon has been a sexual deviant degenerate for a long time. He's been racist right in our face. But people like Donald Trump and like a lot of these people out there that are known racist degenerates, no one seems to give a fuck. But now, even the people we like in this 8 of Hearts year being exposed. Because it's not as if when we talk about exposed, this is what exposure means. Whatever it is. If there's a trash can with a lid on it, and something has a lid on it, you open it and you take that lid off, whether it be a trash can or it could be a treasure trove. Exposure does not just mean bad. Exposure just means uncovering what was been hidden, what's been going on there the whole time. You could take the lid off something and you open up to a bunch of gold bricks. That could be exposed too. You can take the lid off of a treasure trove of diamonds. Whatever's underneath that lid. Whatever's underneath that lid is going to be exposed. And Vince McMahon has been a dirty, rotten scoundrel the whole time. Like, did y'all peep his picture? Look at this shit. What the fuck is this? This motherfucker really looking like Paul Bearer. Paul Bearer didn't look this goddamn dead. Vince, are you still alive? Are you still alive, sir? God damn. This motherfucker look like he's standing up in a casket. And why is your hair so black, Vince? We all know you old. See, back when I was a kid, Vince McMahon had like, how do you go from graying? What the fuck? How you look younger and older at the same time? The fuck? Nigga said Vince Van Gogh. Yeah, Vincent Price. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour's close at hand. Creepy goons from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom. And though you may fight to stay alive, your body starts to shiver. This motherfucker. What the hell is wrong with Vince McMahon? You're right. Corey said he was old when Yokozuna was champ. Right. This nigga right here. Speaking of dead motherfuckers, this is a dead motherfucker if he ever tried to try me once. Larry on the phone. What's up, Larry?
What's up, fuck boy?
You said that shit real happy, as if it's true.
It is true, bitch.
The only thing is true.
Very true.
The only thing is true is after I whoop your ass, your whole mood will turn blue.
Oh, god damn, dog.
Well,
fuck
right now,
you, man.
So right now, I don't know if you see on camera, but we talking about Vince McMahon. You see that picture I have of him up here?
Nah, I don't see shit, bitch.
Well, open up your goddamn YouTube and look then, motherfucker.
Yeah, man, that nigga looks stupid. That nigga looks stupid. That nigga looks stupid and sick.
He look like he sell pizza with cat titty milk. Cheese.
Man, fuck this. That nigga's a weirdo.
This motherfucker's, you see, how does he have on all that makeup but his bags are still that big? What the fuck is going on, Vince? And why he got a Zorro mustache?
Man, he looks guilty of everything.
This motherfucker look like he done groped corpses in his life.
Dog, yeah, dog. Look, he looks like a casting couch on the WWE, dog. He might have been fingering them dudes to get them ring time. He looked like it. That's what that picture looked like.
This motherfucker look like he look like he used to finger the Undertaker and Paul Bearer at the same time.
He also looked like somebody that'll beat your goddamn ass, weak motherfucker.
And Vince McMahon will whoop your ass. I swear to God, Vince McMahon, he'll take you, throw you across the ropes, nigga, put you in a sleeper hole, and then put you in a motherfucking python, nigga.
Nah,
at his current
me.
age right now. That nigga would DDT you right now.
Not me, maybe you, but definitely not me.
Nigga, how the fuck you gonna say Vince? How you gonna say Vince McMahon can whoop my ass when you can't whoop my ass?
Nigga, I can and I will, bitch.
Nigga, you ain't got the will.
How about that? Oh, God.
You ain't got the will, so there is no way.
Man, fuck you, man. And Vince McMahon.
So,
man, did you read them? Did you read them court documents? The shit he allegedly sent to that woman via text.
I was just about to get into that. Tell them, talk to them, tell the people what the fuck was in them documents, dog. Please,
dog. This nigga Vince is a real weirdo, dog. He's got Vince the voyeur. That's his new name, dog. He likes to watch, dude, like. Dog,
Vince the voyeur.
Vince the voyeur. Vince the voyeur. Like he gets off on watching chicks get smashed by a bunch of dudes. And much like 97% of white open mic comedians, he makes several references to black dick, dog. It is disgusting, man. It is. If y'all read that shit, make sure you ain't eating. Because it's gross, but
so
yeah, it's very gross.
So what you saying is he's Vince Diddy.
He's Vince Diddy. Vince Diddy. That yes he is. Yeah, Vince Diddy. But it's a little bit grosser than Diddy shit, dog. You read the shit, D?
I read the parts about him talking about them naming like sex toys after like people's dicks and shit, different wrestlers' dicks.
Man,
I heard him talk about he was pissing more than R. Kelly. He was pissing and shitting, wasn't he? Like, wasn't that kind of weird ass shit going on?
Like, it is disgusting, man. Look, man, like I said, if y'all gonna read that shit, make sure you ain't eating because you're gonna throw up, man. It's disgusting. It's funny because it's a white man. But it's disgusting. Like, yeah, Vince did that shit. I don't give a fuck with nobody because he looked like it. That picture that you posted, he's guilty. Shouldn't even go to trial. They should look at that picture, guilty.
Yeah, that is a guilty ass picture right here. Like this shit right here.
Yeah, buddy. Vince did all that shit.
That motherfucker.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure, because you know how these things go. If it happened to one, it probably happened to another one. And you're going to see an influx of women with similar text messages, dog.
Yeah.
Vince did that shit, dog. Vince is disgusting.
That motherfucker look like a funeral home sodomizer. That's what he looked like.
He got necrophilia?
Yeah, whatever the hell they call it, motherfucker. Necrophilia, West Side Philadelphia. I don't know what they call that shit.
Man, it's fucking stupid.
Philia Collins, I don't know.
Philia Collins? No, man. God damn, dog.
I'm high as fuck, dog. I was over here because I was before we started. I was gonna come live earlier, but I had to take a nap. I had to take one of them good midday naps, you know. And then I woke up and got high as fuck and said, "Let's go live," because I was reading because like. I've been on a news break. Like, I don't really be fucking with the news. There's too much shit going on in this world. You know what I mean? I got too many goals to accomplish right now to be worried about what's going on in the world. But I was like, this morning when I woke up, I was like, let me get in a little more into this whole Vince McMahon story because the way I'm looking at it is, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, that's just white folks being white. You know what I mean? But then I was like, no. I actually grew up watching wrestling. You know, I spent time, you know, watching Hacksaw Jim Duggan and all them motherfuckers wrestling shit. So I got some kind of opinion about what's going on, especially that's why I didn't get too deep. I didn't read all the way through it because I'm in a space right now in my head. I don't want too much bullshit in my mind right now. You know what I mean? But when I heard him, he's talking about naming like the shit and the R. Kelly activities going on, but worse. When I heard the trafficking, he's sex trafficking, taking these brides across lines, state lines, on some man act shit. Like, nah, Then I saw this picture right here where he looked like he sell rotten pizza made of goat cheese. I had to say something.
Hey, like, man, just like you, I spent a good portion of my life watching wrestling. When Vince would come to the ring, I'm like, oh, Vince is coming to the ring. Little did we know that Vince is a fucking sexual deviant, dog. And I'm glad you're saying something, because if Vince had melanin, it would be everywhere. Like,
everywhere.
It would be the main topic of discussion, just like they was doing Diddy, just like they was doing R. Kelly.
Yeah.
But I've seen the story a few places, and he's kind of got to dig for, no pun intended, you got to dig for extra info. I'm like, oh, this dude is a fucking deviant, dog. It's gross. Glad you're talking about it, though.
Yeah, I'm yeah. I had to talk about this shit. It was something I was gonna talk to you. I wanted to ask your stupid ass about something. I forgot. I just drew a goddamn blank. Merton Hanks.
Oh, good. Fuck you for that, Merton Hanks.
I do remember you saying on Facebook that that you had lost something in the mail. Did they lose it for good?
Nah, bitch, it came.
Damn.
Fuck you. Praying on my downfall, bitch. Nah, it came, ho. Yeah, it came, bitch.
Fuck.
It came last week.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to
Fuck
God,
yeah.
like, when you post that the post office be tripping and like and they don't have your and you ain't got your stuff yet, I swear to God, I was cheering like, let's go post office. Like, nigga, lose that shit. I was hoping like a motherfucker they lost that, boy. And I was hoping it was something you really needed too.
It was something I absolutely needed. It came through, but it's still fuck you and the USPS, nigga. I will both y'all ass.
Nah, fuck you, man. That wasn't you. Come on, USPS. Come on, y'all gotta do worse than that. Come on now, especially if it's going to his address.
Nah, I turned into a white person, and I filed a case and all that shit. They said my shit was in my mailbox the next day. So fuck you, praying on my downfall, you piece of shit.
Well, why not?
Cause nigga, I'm a kind-hearted nigga. That's why.
And the nigga part is questionable, but and no, you are not kind-hearted. You a hoe ass nigga. Again.
Well, either way, you can't whoop me. So watch your motherfucking mouth before I rearrange your teeth, nigga.
Nah, nigga, unless your name is Keith, you never gonna rearrange my teeth.
Hey man, I didn't call in for this bullshit. I promise you I didn't. I will never call in again if you continue this random rhyming you do, dog. Y'all, man, hey, y'all press 1 if y'all want this nigga to stop rhyming. And everybody press 1. If you don't press 1, you don't like your mama. Everybody press 1.
They don't like you, nigga. Nah, don't press. Matter of fact, press 2 if it's fuck you, Larry. Hey, did anybody send you donations for your birthday?
Nah, I wasn't asking. I'm dog. And I think, no, it's, hey man, look, if you keep doing that, then some hoe ass nigga in a certain part of America is gonna call you a grifter. So we don't want that shit. So we don't want that shit, dog. And I'm just glad that you acknowledged my birthday. I'm glad that everybody else did. I don't need nothing. I don't want nothing. And fuck DeJuan, dog. And fuck that nigga who was calling him a grifter.
That weird ass nigga.
Yeah, the nigga ain't. Nah, I'm good. But I appreciate it though.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna talk about. The whole Eminem thing. You see, that's just sparking back up.
What? With
the whole Eminem being part of the culture, you got more niggas coming out talking about, since the whole Lions, they were in the playoffs and his pictures getting shown everywhere. You got more niggas that are falling on the sword for Eminem motherfucking them. What should we do to niggas that fall on the sword for Eminem? Well, give me you from the Middle East, nigga. Y'all got all the best terroristic activities known to man.
You a bit. Let them all fall on the sword. Because if they all fall on the sword, they all gonna die, and we ain't got to hear this lame ass goddamn conversation no more. Let them fall on the sword. Because I promise you, in the next few years, Marshall gonna do or say something to have these goddamn Eminem defenders looking stupid. He gonna do or say something. I've looked at a lot of white people who start off rapping. They use it as a vehicle to get somewhere else. Machine Gun Kelly, Kid Rock.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. They all use hip hop as a hey, I'm cool and I'm down phase, and then these labels sign them, and then they doing folk music. Eminem gonna do something similar. I don't know what, but he gonna do something similar. He gonna have all these motherfucking defenders looking stupid as fuck.
And
watch.
Did you hear Benzino's response? I thought Benzino got him because that was a weak ass rhyme that he wrote about Benzino. First of all, Eminem,
Man,
why are you going at Benzino? This motherfucker. Why don't you go after a certified fucking rapper ever in your goddamn life, Eminem? Why are you going after the magazine dude? And why did the magazine dude win the battle? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, look, I've never listened to a goddamn Benzino song, just like I'll never listen to an Eminem song. Benzino is trash, and I don't like music about talking about your mom and all that shit. So I haven't heard the song, doubt I'll listen to it. I'm not going to go actively look for it. If somebody sends it to me, I'm going to delete that message and block them. Because I don't want to hear I don't want to hear Benzino or Marshall.
When we was in the joke circle last week, I called Boo Capone. I told that nigga he looked like Benzino, nigga.
Hey, he does. He does have a
he got that same shape
Benzino-ish face. Yeah, like somebody stepped on him. Yeah. He kind of does have a Benzino. He has a bunch of Benzino features. But fuck Benzino and fuck Eminem, and more importantly, fuck Dewan B, dog. Nah, fuck you, nigga.
Nigga, you would not back that with fisticuffs, cause you ain't rough, you ain't tough, and Dewan Brown has had enough, nigga.
Okay, well, you know what, dog. All right, this conversation is going nowhere. I hate you and everything you stand for, but y'all continue to support this bitch ass nigga. Buy his merch, book your readings. If you see his dumb looking face on the flyer, go see him at a show. And Dewan is a hoe. I'm out.
Hey, dog, if y'all see Larry somewhere, snatch that nigga's beard. Because he ain't going to do nothing back because he weak as fuck. He weak as fuck. Man, so anyway, appreciate the super chat, Southern Sophisticant. Said Vince the type to enjoy his daughter getting banged on TV. Hell yeah. Vince McMahon weird as fuck. So I want to go down, just go down a slight history of Vince McMahon and who he is and where this is going. There you go. Here we go. Yeah, Vince, Boo Capone like Benzino. We was clowning. He sound rapping like John Cena. Hey, y'all know, like, I've never understood. I never knew how to rap. I don't even know how to. I've never rhymed in my whole life. Like, I literally just started, cause when I found out that Larry don't like when niggas rhyme, I just started, whenever Larry's around, rhymes just come to my head. Rhymes only come in, and I make sure I think of the absolute worst rhymes too. The worst rhymes in human history come to my mind whenever Larry's around, and I get him off, piss that nigga off every time. I look pissing that nigga off with my rhyming. If you get me anywhere other than around Larry, I'm never gonna rhyme. I don't rhyme. I'm never gonna rhyme. I'm only gonna rhyme when I'm around that nigga just to piss him off. But let me go deeper into what I was saying about Vince McMahon being a lifelong racist weirdo. Oh, but before I go there, the Patreon is alive, y'all. I got the Patreon channel up and running. I got my full interview with Scroncho is up right now. The unedited interview with Scroncho is up right now on Patreon. I got my live. Y'all be talking to me about asking me about my music. On the Incense and Ashtrays level, exclusive Spotify playlists, exclusive Spotify music playlists, interview lounge. You'll be part of my live interviews. I have a lot of dope ass live interviews coming. We have the different tiers. the interview exclusive lounge if you want to ask questions. If you want to be a monthly contributor to my documentary. And also the Cardology Circle. For those of you who want to read, go to patreon.com/DejuanB to read through, because the Cardology Circle, for those of you who like regular readings, you might want to be a part of that Cardology Circle for regular readings. And also, that's where all of my discounts to my readings are going to be for those who are in my Cardology Circle. Outside of that, no more. So yeah, that's all up there. So get that going right now. We got some more in-depth. I got some interviews lined up. I got some dope ass interviews lined up, like for y'all, like some, yeah. I'm back to the interviewing, y'all. So check out the interview with Scruncho, and the full edited interview with Scruncho will be up on this channel probably in about a week or two. But in the meantime, check out the clips and go over to the Patreon. That's where all of the unedited interviews will be, over on Patreon. All right. Anyway, we talking about this dickhead Vince McMahon and his history of being a dickhead. So let's go a little deeper into Vince McMahon's history of dickheadery. Remember, there was always rumblings about him not having a black champion. Like the black people would never be, back in the 80s, and would never be able to make it up to be champion. And then when you finally did get a black champion, the Rock. The Rock is somebody who played a Samoan actually on as a character, Rocky Maivia. And the Rock has always been sort of he's race neutral, you know. I do think the Rock is the greatest, but that's the way he did it. Up until the Rock, wasn't no goddamn black champions, and when they did have one, they never played up his blackness. They made him something else. And so if you remember, in the mid-90s, right around the time Bret the Hitman Hart was having issues with Vince McMahon, part of the issue was Vince wanted Bret Hart to play a racist and use the N-word. And Bret the Hitman Hart was like, I ain't about to do that. I ain't about to do that. And so he basically screwed Bret the Hitman Hart over in a match against Shawn Michaels. And yeah, their relationship was never the same after that. It wasn't just over the race thing, but it was all kinds of other things Vince McMahon wanted Bret the Hitman Hart to do. But the racist part was something that Bret talked about in his biography, like he wouldn't do it. You remember a few years ago, Hulk Hogan, when he got caught saying nigga and all that shit. Remember the WWF banned Hulk Hogan, only to bring him back in full effect a few years later. Vince McMahon had to resign a couple years ago over sexual assault allegations. This dude has been an open scumbag for a long time. So what is it? Yeah, 225 girl Bret. It was a lot of things. Remember around the time in the mid-90s, they had that rap is crap thing going on, that short-lived rap is crap thing they had going on with Jeff Jarrett, the country singer. And they wanted Bret the Hitman Hart to take it further and to start being outright racist. And he wouldn't do it. Oh yeah, I remember that. I forgot all about that when Roddy Piper fought Bad News Brown in blackface. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that shit. So, Vince McMahon has been on some scumbag shit for a long goddamn time. And so this year is being revealed. So let's dive into his cards. What about this Eight of Hearts year? Because I told y'all before, this is the Eight of Hearts year. And as we know, that's the theme of the year, Eight of Hearts. The year of revelation. The year of what's done in the dark shall come to light. That's the year we're in. So, Vince McMahon born August 24th, 1945. Let's put his yearly spread up, shall we? Hey, Samurai, that shit was funny as hell. When what's his name said that? Hope, we coming for you, nigga. That shit was funny as fuck. That was one of the greatest gaffes in wrestling history. Yeah, Vince has done all kind of scumbaggery his whole life. So, chickens are coming home to roost for Vince McMahon. See, in Vince's yearly spread for himself, he has that 4 of spades in his yearly spread. See, the 4 of spades. The 4 of spades. I got Kendall texting me saying I need to iron my backdrop. No, I'm not gonna iron it. That's part of the glory of what I do. Some bootleg shit going on over here. I appreciate the recommendation, Kendall, on my wrinkled ass backdrop. Hey, chat room, do I need to iron my backdrop? It's wrinkled than a motherfucker. I know. But anyway. Anyway, yeah, I probably should iron it, but nah, I'm not gonna iron it. You see that right there, that right there in his year. What can I say? Where can I point? You see that 4 of spades? Where it says yearly? See, that's one of those that's a card of karmic, you getting what you've been putting out karmically. See, 4s bring balance and stability. And if you're in a 4 of spades year, karmically, if you've been on the up and up of your activities, if you've been on treating people right, treating people fairly, being fair, a 4 of spades year is going to be a beautiful year for you. It is. I'm telling you. If you do a reading and you got a 4 of spades in your year and you know you've been doing people right, that's going to be a good year for you. Conversely, like with Diddy, you've been fucking people over. That karma's there. See, he has a peak. He's displacing the Queen of Clubs too. The Queen of Clubs is the card of law enforcement. I'm sorry, the King of Clubs is the card of law enforcement. The Queen of Clubs is the card of legal judgments. And displacement is the zone that you're in that time of your life. The house you're living in. You look at a displacement card the same way you would look at staying in a hotel or staying in somebody's Airbnb. You still who you are, but you have the energy of that Airbnb that you're staying at that's in your environment. And you can get some of the repercussions of that environment. And in that, if you have a Queen of Clubs that you're displacing over there, that means that you're in the environment of judgment. Legal judgments. Judgments. Not, see, 7 of clubs is lawsuits. A lawsuit can go any way. You can go positive, you can go negative. A queen of clubs means judgment. Final answer. Over with. Done. Finished. That's the difference. Because sometimes you guys may get confused when I read cards. A 7 of clubs means the card of lawsuits. 3 of clubs is a card of argumentation. But the queen of clubs is that card of judgment. Legal judgments. Meaning it's over with. You're fired. It's over with. So that's what he's going through this year. That's the world that he's in. And you see it happen. See, before when they tried to, when was that? That was back in 2021, 20, when he left the WWE. He took a step back over. Let me see, when was that? When was that? I can't find it. I lost the page. I thought I had a page up. I did have a page up, but I changed it to pull Larry's whole ass picture up and put it on screen. Damn it. Anyway, Vince, if chat room help me, I think it was 2021. He stepped away from wrestling, only to come back to oversee this merger with Endeavor. What else is in Vince's cards? We're in January. This came down during this 5 of Clubs season. That 5 of Clubs in Jupiter. That's a card of with that being in Jupiter, that's a card of spontaneous endings. Spontaneous changes, I should say. When you're dealing with 5 deals with spontaneity. Meaning there can be a spontaneous shift in your environment. Yeah. And he has a 5 of Hearts in his Saturn. That's a spontaneous shift emotionally. Yeah, Vince, that 7 of Diamonds is what I'm looking at right there in Uranus. See, that's a sudden change and shift in finances. So yeah, Vince is in for not only is this happening, but he's about to have to come up. That 7 of Diamonds in Uranus, that tells me he's gonna come off even more bread. And think about how we got here. Think about how we got here with Vince McMahon. All he had to do was leave. All he had to do was, when he had gotten accused before, stay gone, just leave. But no, he had to come back. And it's funny too, because Donald Trump is going through something similar. Donald Trump is going through something similar. Y'all saw Donald Trump, he owed that, he got that judgment. And think about like Donald Trump and that money. See that 7 of Diamonds. I told you this 8 of Hearts. Let's pull back before I go to Trump. Let's just pull up this 8 of Hearts here. Let me just pull up this 8 of Hearts here for you. Let me tell you more what's going on. Let me tell you more what's going on with this 8 of Hearts here and why so many people. So much of this shit is coming out. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me pull this up. There we go. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's not it. I don't want you to print it. I want you to save it as a PDF. There we go. There we go. Computer, stop fucking up. There we go. So let's go into why this is happening. See, in an 8 of hearts year, 8s are dealing with money, right? 8s deal with finances, affinity. 8s also in the hearts deal with a balancing of the scales of the money. So one thing that we can expect more and more of this year is a lot of rich, wealthy people having to spread the wealth, if you know what I'm saying. That's what we're dealing with. We're going to see a lot of that this year. A lot of the wealthy people spreading the wealth back around because the money has gotten tied up in a few people's hands for far too long. And karmically, we're in a season right now in life to where everything must balance. The law of balance always plays. Everything balances out in the long term. So Saturn deals with, what's right and what's wrong in life, what's justice, Saturn deals with, the discipline and right and wrongs and bringing things into balance. That's what Saturn does. And the 8 of Diamonds is a card of real estate. It's the card of big, 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 big money. It's the card of like the massive hedge fund style money. That means that big, huge billionaire hedge fund style money, they got to start coming up off a lot of that bread. That's just the season we're in astrologically. So that's just going to happen by choice and by force. You're going to start to see more things get handed out, especially as we get closer to the election. Biden is going to buy a lot of us off. And he's going to do some of what Trump did towards the end of his presidency. And that's pass out some money. I can tell you that's coming right now. But let's look into Trump. Let's look into Trump. See, Trump also has a 4 in his ear. Anytime you have a 4 card in your yearly card, 4s bring things back into balance. It's a diamond. That's financial balance. And I'll say that's why Trump is having to pay all these diamonds in his suites. That motherfucker Trump all Trump had to do was pay the first time. This motherfucker had the girl sign an NDA and still didn't pay. He about had to pay now. But outside of that, things do look pretty good for Trump as far as his run for the presidency. I ain't gonna lie. King of Clubs Venus. Trump does have fairly decent cards for a presidency. I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on right now with Vince McDiddy. Oh, another announcement. My Monday mini readings are now no longer just on Mondays. My mini readings are now every day. So if you want a mini reading, hit that. Those are every day. If you become part of the Patreon, those people who join the Cardology section, you will get an initial mini reading on the house. For those who join the Patreon, Cardology section. Also, my 100 years of music history class coming to you fast. 100 years of music history. That class is coming for your ass next month during Black History Month. Y'all said y'all wanted to be a part. Y'all wanted me to teach some more history on music. we will do that starting next month. 100 years of Black music history class. Press the number 1 if you sign it up. I haven't decided. I'll give you guys a price once I decide how many classes it's going to be. Right now, I have it at 10 classes. I want to get it down to 8. But I also want to give you guys all the information I give you. And also to my Cardology students, we got, we're closing that class out, but we do. I want to hit you guys. I want you guys to hit me back. And I want you guys, we're gonna schedule some readings for my Cardology students. So I want to see how good you guys are at reading. So look for an email from me pretty soon. And then email me, if you're one of my Cardology students, email me for your one-on-one time as a follow-up to see what's going on with your reading, all right? But yeah, the music history class is coming. Yeah, so that's coming, but that's gonna require y'all buy some books. That's gonna require that y'all buy some books. Because if you come to my class, I'm giving you the information so you can research it and go further. All right. So, but look for that announcement later. I'll have the announcement on the music history class. I'll have that for you later on this week. All right. Go to the Patreon. Patreon, like I'm really, I've already started putting shit over on Patreon. Like I'm flooding the zone with Patreon with some stuff. We should have some more interviews this week. I don't want to mention any names yet until they confirm, but I do have an interview scheduled, I think for Wednesday. And I got an interview scheduled. It's gonna be a music interview. In Cincinnati, we coming and bringing you guys the music interviews and the movie and the comedy interviews. Press number 1 if you saw my Scruncho interview. Press number 1 if you saw my Scruncho interview. Well, parts of it. The full interview is up now on Patreon. And the clips are still getting released now. So I still got a couple more clips I'm gonna give you guys. But please understand that the clips are just the clips, not the full interview. This motherfucker Biz Marti said Larry's again stupid. Y'all stupid. Hell yeah. We're gonna do the that, and then also hit me up about that. So I'll have the the music history class coming, and again the music history class that will be at a definitely an affordable price. All right, it'll be definitely it'll be much more affordable than the Cardology. Cardology take way more energy out of me, so y'all got to pay for that. My time, but the music history class is gonna be much more wide ranging. So that'd be at a much more affordable rate. And the cool thing about the music history class is you guys are going to be left with notes because I'm going to need you guys to pass this information down to your children and to other generations. A document, I'm still doing my documentary. The documentary is cool, but I can only give you so much in a 2-hour documentary or in a series. The class is what you need. The class is what you need. And I remember asking this question before. We're gonna break it up. I asked y'all want. It's either gonna be somewhere between 8 to 10 classes. All right. It's gonna be somewhere between 8 to 10 classes. It's gonna be somewhere between 8 to 10 classes. All right. What's up, Wally? I just was looking at my top 200 list. I gotta fuck with it. Look, I get Instant and Ashtrays back going again. So, music interviews, comedy interviews, entertainment interviews. We got a whole lot of stuff coming your way. As you see, I'm changing direction with a little bit of my content. We're doing more interviews. Definitely more card reading stuff material within my within my content. Definitely more card reading stuff within the content. How would y'all like it if I started reading? What if I started reading the people I interview? Would y'all like that? See, that's how some of my interviews, like some of these music and comedy interviews that I do. Not all of them, because everybody's not comfortable being read. So I respect people's wishes. But for those of you who joined the Patreon, you'll be a part of because I'm doing these interviews live. You'll be able to ask questions and see stuff. See the readings live. Yeah, we're gonna be reading some of my guests. Fun reads though, fun reads. No bullshit. I ain't about to get all up in people's business, you know. But we are gonna be having some fun. We are most definitely gonna be having some fun. You feel me? Any questions? Oh yeah, we changing it all the way up over here. Like we like not changing all the way. We still gonna bring you the good content. We're not changing it all the way. I'm still gonna do what I do, but we're gonna incorporate some more stuff. That's what I'm saying. We're not really changing it up, just incorporating more aspects of who I am. All right. But thank y'all for listening. Vince McMahon, you're a fucking creep. You're a weirdo. Always been one. But now that we're in the Eight of Hearts year, your bullshit's getting exposed too. It's in your cards that this is the year you pay for whatever karmic repercussions you face. Good, bad, or indifferent. But you've been bad to a lot of people. Been a sexual deviant, allegedly. You've harmed people, allegedly. And now you must allegedly pay out your ass. Starting with you losing your position, your prized position. Starting with that. See, make no mistake about it. Yes, money means a lot to these people like Vince McMahon. Yes, it does. But the pride of being an owner, that means more than the money to these people. To head an organization as powerful as the WWE. But furthermore, like, my question was like, whenever I see somebody like Vince McMahon get taken down the way he got taken down this quick, my thing is, even with white folks, when it's your time, it's your time. And with him being over at Endeavor with Ari Emanuel's company, you got Joe Rogan and all them over there. It's only so many egos that can fit in the room. And Vince McMahon is an old ass ego. Could it be that they wanted him gone? So they leaked what was already going on and made a big major push about it in the news to get him out of his company over personality clauses? Quite possibly. That's why I'm going to close this by saying, like I always say, make sure that you treat people right. Just because you own something, just because you run something, that don't make it cool for you to mistreat people. That don't make it cool for you abuse your power because you hold a position. We're in a new age where the abuse of power is the biggest sin, and it will be met by the universe. And whatever humanly things have to be done for your spiritual execution to come will happen. Whether it be you being put out by the dogs by Endeavor and Ari Emanuel, which I think that's what it is. Because with Vince having such a long history of degeneracy, and with him trying to being pushed out the company before to him coming back, him being pushed out this hard and this fast, that for the most part shows me this is a concerted effort. But it's your time anyway. Just like it's time for all you scumbags that do degenerate shit to women and to men of lesser power just because you have the power. Your time is your time is your time is your time. Treat people right. Is that so hard to ask? That we treat people, other human beings, like other human beings? Because when you treat humans like humans, this doesn't come up, especially for a white man like you, Vince. For a white man like Vince McMahon to get outed, that motherfucker probably did it. Treat people right. Treat people right. Treat me right and go to my goddamn Patreon, nigga. Be the first to be a part of these live interviews when I have them. Be a part of my Patreon reading community. Those of you who like my readings, I'm telling you, I'm still gonna do readings here on YouTube. I'm not gonna not do readings here on YouTube because, yeah, we need the readings over here on YouTube. You dig? But at the same time, we will be dedicating specific time and hours to my Cardology reading circle over on Patreon. We're going to have pre-recorded readings for people in there, in this group, monthly. And then also we're going to have an online coming together so you guys can ask questions. Just me and the group. With the exclusive Cardology Circle, that's a one-on-one reading plus group. And if you decide to get a full reading, you get half off if you're part of the reading circle. You want to be a documentary insider? And then these join every group. You're part of the one below it too, all right? So if you're a documentary insider too, you're also part of the Cardology reading circle if you so choose. But those are the people that help me fund my documentary It's Bigger Than Hip Hop, the series. If you want to give us regular donations and be the first behind on everything. Got the interview lounge if you want to be a person that can ask questions and be a part of the card reading sessions when I do my interviews. Or just want to participate in the live interviews and support the cause, support Incense and Ashtrays. Or if you don't want none of that shit, but you want my exclusive music playlist. Now, my music playlist is going to be available for everybody. Everything on the higher tier, you're part of the tier before it. So, the Incense and Ashtrays music playlist, that's for those of you who that's where I'm about to release my music playlist from the 50s and the 60s on Spotify. My 60s through 80s playlist. I'm about to release my West Coast playlist. I I got like 5 playlists I'm about to put up over there. A lot of you niggas be wanting in my jazz playlist. So if you're part of my Patreon, you get exclusive access to my music playlist. And if y'all act right, I'm gonna put my even better playlist on over there, my Apple playlist. Now my Apple playlist has only been seen by a handful of people. If you motherfucker, if I get 10 new patrons this week, I'm actually gonna put my Apple playlist up over there. If I get at least 10 new patrons this week, I'm gonna put the Apple playlist up over there also. All right. That's right, Aries. I got you. Somebody said the people strap on. Y'all stupid. Well, is this the end? Or should I do the new edition version? Is this the end? Are you my friend? There are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. Thank y'all for listening. Support the movement. Support the cause. I'll be right back at y'all asses tomorrow. Right here on YouTube. All right. Peace.